earth is that? How strange. Oh, it's in genies in a bottle or something on the YouTube page. How weird. On the corner of my channel. Okay, hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube imposters, commentators, or trolls who know nothing about Macintoshes, iPads, the history of the Mac, the history of the iPads. I know all. What I don't know, I look it up. Now, I have had 5 iPads. Now, they're different sizes. And first of all, the iPad video I did where I have to return it, the trolls are stupid. They're idiots. They clicked on the ad and looked it up on eBay. That wasn't the ad of the buyer I bought it from. That was a sample picture of the type of ads that are on eBay for iPads where they say Wi-Fi and cellular, 32 to 128 gigabytes, all colors available, and then you go down, you click on gold, space gray, or silver. They're out of gold, they're out of silver, all they have is space gray, they're out of Wi-Fi and cellular, all they have is Wi-Fi and space gray and 32 gigs. Now this one was damaged. I don't know how. One of these, and I had to look it up, and I have a thing called Mac Tracker. That tracks every Mac and Apple product ever made. iPads, iPods, phones, monitors, printers. It's in my dock. The only time it's not on my dock when I have to update the software. And then it disappears, and I have to go back up to the 9 dots and put it back on. I'm sorry the bed's not made. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, and I didn't back to sleep. This is one of the iPads, and then I have to look it up and squint because I can't see small print anymore. This is a Model A. I hate this. I need a magnifying glass. 2228. Well, anyway, one of these is the Generation 7 iPad Air. I think it's this one. One of these, the charging port broke again after it had just been fixed. One of these, I'm not sure if that's the one or not. This is the other one I took in. The Pfizer vaccine made my hands, feet, fingers, and toes go numb with stabbing pain. And I dropped things. This is the one I dropped. The case is bent. The battery's bent. It is not one of these is Wi-Fi and cellular. One of these isn't. And this is the one I just bought. Generation 6 iPad. But it did not have cellular on it. And when I clicked on the thing on the listing, it said Wi-Fi and cellular gold 128 gigabytes. That's exactly what I clicked on. But what I got was not what I clicked on. No, it works perfectly fine. And somewhere here is the 4th iPad. And then I had one stolen years ago. Maybe it doesn't work. There we go. There it is. That's the one I just bought on the 27th. And I have to return it because it's Wi-Fi only. And that particular seller said, Wi-Fi and cellular in stock, gold, silver, space gray, 32 to 128 gigabytes. I got them all. There are 18 sellers selling these on eBay. Only 2 of them have Wi-Fi and cellular. You go down the listing, every one of them says out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And I complained to eBay about it. eBay wasn't aware of it. And somewhere is my 4th iPad in here. And you count the one that was stolen out of my apartment when the winds were 50 miles an hour and they tore the screen door off the wall on a Friday. too late, too early in the morning to call them to have it repaired. I did a terrorism video, breaking news. Went to sleep, someone walked in and stole the iPad that was next to my head while I was sleeping. Because I was up doing this video at something like 5 or 6:30 in the morning. So I know computers. I've been using them since 1968 when I was 16 when I played Space War at PDP-1. I know Macs. I know the old Ataris. I played a little rap bit with Amiga, Commodores, PETs, Sinclairs, CPM-based computers, PCs, 286, 386, 486, Windows, ME, Windows, everything up to Windows 7. And I had a Windows 7 laptop in the closet. I got so mad I took the hard drive out. That's a long story. The evil head of Belgab sold me it and then put Time Runner on it because he could, once it was connected to my router, he could activate my camera on my Macintosh. And in the bedroom are 5 broken Macintoshes that had to be fixed. And a Mac Mini, and the Silicon M1 Mac Mini. And I have somewhere in my stuff, this is an iPhone 7 sent to me by a fan. It works, but it's not a phone because I don't have it connected to T-Mobile. And in the drawer somewhere is an iPhone 4S and an iPhone 5S. I've had 3 iPhones. This works fine. I play games on it. I look up the weather when I've got Wi-Fi. If I can get it to turn on again. There we go. Hold on. I take pictures with it, but half the time YouTube says the picture's too big. And I'll just show you. Let me show you here. It says no service. There's the weather for Martinez. 55 degrees. I have an Android phone. I've used game machines, game console, handheld gaming devices, Atari, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, Game Boys, Nintendo Switch. Kathy has a Wii. We've never activated it. And I saw a video where they put a chip in it. That they did something to blow it up at a certain point, which I thought was very, very weird. You never know what to believe on the net. And I have my Apple IIe, my Apple IIgs, my Apple IIc, my Apple II Plus, my Apple integer-based Apple. I have 5 Apple computers, maybe 6. But the 2GS is sitting across from me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives on it. 1 disc 2, 1 unidisc 5 1/4, and 2 unidisc 3.5-inch disc, and 2 disc drives in the bottom for floppy, 5 1/4-inch floppy. There's 6 drives there. They're not all connected, but that's an easy place to keep them. They're under my television set. And I was at Homebrew when they showed the first Apple computer, the Apple I. So don't give me any garbage about I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to iPads or Macs. I've forgotten more things than most people know. Computer, be quiet. Unfortunately, I talk to that stupid thing. And when I don't know, I look it up. I go to a book. I look it up on the internet. I go to the library. And before computers, I used mainframes and computer labs at San Francisco State, American River College, Laney College, and City College of San Francisco, and the Lawrence Hall of Science in Berkeley, where I watched them film the movie Colossus, the Foreman Project in 1970, I think. Don't quote me on the date. Used to take the shuttle bus there, pay $3 a day to play games, and walk around and have my drink and play games and go home. And then eventually I rented a teletype for $75 a month, paid $9 per CPU hour, an ungodly telephone cost to call Berkeley. And, excuse me, you're a troll. The spoofer did not buy a little rascal. She bought Rabini a computer, paid for tires, and all kinds of stuff. So, bye-bye. You lied. I checked with the Max spoofer. She never even heard of the little rascal. So don't come in here and be a troll. All right, she's gone. She's gone forever. You don't lie about my friends. You don't lie about me. People think I'm stupid. I'm not going to check with the person they're talking to. Now she says Vodka Man has a little rascal. He's in Russia. He might have one for all I know, but I've never seen him on one. My mother had an electric scooter. She had two of them, an electric scooter. One died. It went to my friend Glenn. Still had her name and address on it. They donated it to him temporarily. They got a new one. And she had an electric wheelchair. It was too big, not heavy, tall to sit in them right. And they were three-wheel scooters. They tip over when you go over the curb. So, and I have every right on my channel to block someone if they're saying something wrong, if they're saying something disrespectful, if they're nagging me to do something that I don't want to do, and I tell them to stop. It's my channel. It's my chat room. And I don't care what the trolls say. You're a guest in my home when you come and watch my video. I don't do that if I go to somebody else's house. I'm respectful to my host. They're not respectful of me because on their anonymity they can get away with murder. And they do. And then the other thing, nobody's in chat. Well, a lot of times I do chat for 20 minutes. Nobody comes in. A lot of people don't want to go into chat because they don't want to be harassed by trolls. Or have trolls pretending to be them. And then they start stirring up stuff and causing problems for everybody else. I had a guy, I thought he was my friend. I made them an administrator. He blocked everybody in chat, about 14 or 15 people. It took me months to get him back, including the spoofer and other people. And I'm sick and tired of it. It'll be December, it'll be 12 years I've been doing this. And I've worked hard to make this channel what it is. And I'm not technically proficient to have green screens and all kinds of stuff. And I only can do so much. My limited mobility, my bad knees, my feet getting numb. My shoulders have both rotator cuffs torn. And I can only see out of one eye right now because the iPad, the Pfizer vaccine made the iPad fall on my eyeball. And it damaged the lens in my eye. I do the best I can. By the way, last night I couldn't sleep. I cleaned half the kitchen counter. I'm not done yet. I've put a lot of stuff in the recycling bin. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I haven't thrown it out yet. But every time I do a video, a whole bunch of jerks come and make comments on my channel, and 90% of them are trolls. I just threw out another. They're complaining about what I drink, my weight, and then the slanderous videos on the Imposter channel. None of which are true. And I've tried to get that channel removed. YouTube won't remove it, even though they have rules against impersonation. And there will be no comments allowed on this video. I know computers. I also played around with TRS-80s at one point. PC Juniors when they first came out. And the Soul Processor Technology computer, a friend of mine bought one for $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 just before the Apple II came out. It had its own OS. Very strange stuff. So I used to go to all the West Coast computer fairs. I've gone to swap meets all over the Bay Area and in Sacramento. I used to go to the used computer store in Sacramento and would buy my Apple II stuff and go to the used computer store in Berkeley and buy stuff for the Apple II. And I go to the Apple store on a regular basis and buy connectors and things I need for my current Macs. And once I get rid of the refrigerator and get a chest freezer and move this refrigerator back, my Apple IIs will go back on the desk where they belong, and I can play my older games. And if I ever have a house, I'll have my Atari and my Sega Genesis and my N64 hooked up. And then I might try PlayStation, or I might try the other one whose name escapes me, PS2. I've tried PlayStation once to play either Call of Duty or Resident Evil, and I failed. Because I couldn't figure out how to get out of the ship at Pearl Harbor, and Resident Evil, I couldn't figure out, no matter how hard I tried, to get the gun on the holster to kill the zombies. Not my kind of game. I play the old stuff. Alright, that's it for this one, but never make this stupid assumption that just because I'm 71 years old, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Because you'll be wrong, and you'll be a troll. Alright, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day, and remember, you can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month where you see content nowhere else. And one thing I'm very upset about, this was going to... Oh yeah, there's one other thing. This was going to produce more content. The trolls all said, who uses an iPad to do videos? Get an iPhone. Well, I've got an iPhone. I do videos with it. On the Iographer site, which is a site that sells camera lenses, lights, and devices where you put the iPad in a holder. You have handles. You don't have to hold on to the iPad and take the risk of dropping it and breaking the screen like I did at Starbucks when I was doing a video. Hit the bricks and shattered the screen. It took me 3 months to get my iPad back from a guy in Indiana who sent it off to somebody because the charging port broke and he didn't know how to solder. And the Iographer has videos of people using their handheld, basically it's a giant frame with handles, and you can put a lavalier mic, a Rode mic, a camera light, and I forget the third thing, on top of the iPad, because there's hot shoes here. And when they first started, when I first heard about them, the Wall Street Journal did videos with iPads in New York. Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, PBS. All the major news organizations were doing videos with iPads because it was easier to do an iPad video than lug around a $5,000 Sony camera, and I've seen those in action, used by news crews, not only where I've gone to with the car with Kathy, and we have one, but right here in downtown Martinez when they're filming a major story like a trial or something like that. So don't give me any crap that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Hello, Sister Solstice. Long time no see. Welcome. Now, excuse me. My voice is going. After this video, I will take a shower, gather my stuff, go feed Tiny One and Gray, head to the post office, go to Pack Mail, and then get on the bus and go to credit union, get some money out, pay 2 bills, and one of the trolls said, my 90-year-old grandmother can pay bills online. Well, not all bills can be paid online. If their sites don't work, I have a website for one of my credit cards, and I forgot the password. They asked for the secret word. I wrote it down, but I can't find it. It's somewhere in a table amongst all this paperwork. But I can go to the branch, which is across the street from where I'm going, and make a payment in person. I happen to be there. And last time I had to create the new secret word, it took 6 phone calls. I don't want to go through that again. I could just mail it off, but I don't want to do that either. Waste a stamp and time. And One of my, well, that's the one I'm sending back because the guy sold me one with that is not cellular. And you can look at these. There's one. That's a Generation 6. There's the other one. And there's a third one. And one of these, or maybe the fourth one that's in my living room somewhere, only one of these is cellular. And one won't work. One's been bent. I bent the battery by dropping on the floor because my hands go numb and I drop things. But I've been using an iPad since 2014. I know what I'm doing. And using an iPhone, sometimes the videos go sideways. They do weird stuff. And I can't see out of this eye right now. Because when the iPad hit the eye, it damaged the lens and I had cataract surgery in 2018. And I have to go back to the surgeon and get new surgery done on my eye. And what my eye looks like now, if I close the left eye, everything from here to here is blurry. It's like a U. I can only see a little bit. That's why I'm having trouble seeing. And one thing I hate with Apple, on the back of the iPad, they put your serial number in this microscopic type. Even with a flashlight, I can't read it. I love my iPads, but I gotta have ones that work. And to get Wi-Fi anywhere in our car, when we get another one on my electric scooter, there's a clamp I can get. It's expensive. I can clamp it to the handlebars of the scooter. Of course, if I had $11,000, I'd buy the Boomer Buggy X3 with air conditioning and heating and windshield wipers and headlights and taillights and an air purifier, and I would just clamp the iPad to the dashboard and drive down the street with the scooter. That's if I won the lotto. I envy the lady. I'm happy for her. One was homeless. She went to the Walmart in Pittsburgh, where Kathy lives, Pittsburgh, California. Bought a $5 scratcher. She won $5 million. She won't be homeless anymore. Wish that happened to us. I don't buy $5 scratchers. Maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to start. $5 is a lot of money when you're homeless. Been there, got the T-shirt. Was homeless. Lived in my car with the cats for 6 months. So, but a lot of times I look at videos, and there will be 7 people watching. And then I get done doing a live video, and there's 35 people watch the video, 60 people watch the video, 90 people watch the video. Now let's look right here. Hold on. God, it's 9 o'clock. You ever try to figure it out something to do when it's 7:30 in the morning? All right, 7 people are watching. But there'll be more people watching this when I quit. They watch it later. They're at work. They're out doing stuff. Even in the afternoon. And I've had people for years. When are you going live? People in chat ask me when are you going live. People write me email. When are you going live? Then when I go live, nobody comes in. I can't understand that. Why the hell you ask me when you're going to go live and you don't come into chat? So, anyway, I'm done. Thank you for coming in. But don't lie about my friends that she bought a scooter for a con man, because she didn't. Thank you, Sister Solstice. I'm going to go. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day. One thing about little girl that amuses me. Where'd she go? Oh, she's not there anymore. She's in our shelf. She comes in and she'll sit on my iPads. She'll sit on my iPad. She'll sit on my iPhone, and she'll sit on my keyboard. And Fluffy sits on my iPhone. They must like the warmth or something. I don't know. And they sit on my Android phone. It makes me laugh. But it makes it hard to type. I was doing a video one day. I heard this noise. My computer's going crazy. Little girl was sitting on my keyboard, making my Mac go nuts. But I know about computers. I used to work with repairing Commodore disk drives in the 80s with a friend of mine. I know how to tear down a Mac, but I can't see the connectors anymore because of my eyes. I got 6 Macs in the bedroom that I could repair if I had the tools and the room. Proper work table with a magnifying light, a iFixit kit. But I'm afraid I would break the little ribbon connectors, and then putting in the adhesive in the iPads. You got to get a suction cup. Some of them you need magnets or whatever it is to pull the glass off, replace the glass, replace the CD read-write drive, replace the hard drive. I know how to do all that stuff, but I can't do it without help. I'm not going to get it from Kathy. She knows nothing about the interior of a Macintosh. She is the most technophobic person other than my late mother I've ever known. They're doing the air blower thing again. I gotta go. Too much noise. All right, have a great day. I'll catch you next time.